Continuing with Senator John McCain. I know that the numbers we hear in the trillions, so that now billions don't seem like much, but even millions begin not to seem like much. But I'm sort of curious, and I read coming over here that the United States has purchased an ad on the Super Bowl, $2.5 million to advertise the census. I'm thinking $2.5 million for 30 seconds. Frankly, I don't know how I feel, but I'm curious. I know it's not a whole lot, but you in favor or against that one?
I don't think it's necessary, but it's symptomatic of the spending practices of the federal government and the Congress in a way that is completely out of touch with what's going on out there in the real world. In the city of Phoenix and across my home state of Arizona, 48% of the home mortgages are underwater. In other words, they're worth less than the payments people are making. 17% real unemployment. And so we spend a couple of $1 million on irritable bowel syndrome, and we spend a couple of $1 million on an ad in the Super Bowl Sunday, and we continue the practices that infuriate our citizenry because they're hurting so badly. They're having to tighten their belts. This is what feeds the Tea Parties. This is what feeds the anti-incumbency mood that's out there. An out-of-touch Congress and out-of-touch administration.
Well, you mentioned this sort of out-of-touch. President Obama said to the Democrats today that they need to stop paying attention to cable news, and we didn't get singled out particularly this time.
I don't know who they were referring to.
Well, actually, I think he actually said CNN and Fox News. But he said that they need to go out and pay attention to their constituents. Is this president paying attention to his constituents? Are the members of the House, both parties, paying attention to constituents or not?
Well, first of all, I advise my friends to go ahead and watch the cable news because our constituents are. Listen, I'll walk down the street.
I'll take that plug.
Yeah, listen, I'll walk down the street in Phoenix and they'll say, I saw you on GRETA. You know,
I'll take that plug.
They may say, lousy job, but they'll say, I saw you on GRETA. People watch, and people get a lot of their news and information and opinion from cable news. So I would advise members of Congress just the opposite, because you want to know what information that your constituents are getting. Second of all, it's always the way that we have politicians do, in all due respect. Shoot the messenger. Shoot the messenger. Don't worry about the message. And the message is that we're hearing is they're sick and tired of business as usual. Some polls have the approval rating of Congress in single digits. And that you get down to blood relatives and paid staffers, and so the message I think may come in this November, and it might be the most interesting political election that you and I have seen.
Speaking of election, and one of your colleagues, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, he has had some things to say about you on a Las Vegas talk show. Here's the litany. He accuses you of playing petty politics, being stuck in the 2008 campaign, refusing to do good things for the country. He says you're a great name caller, and he says you should leave President Barack Obama alone. What's going on between you guys? I'm
very appreciative of all the attention that Senator Reid gives me. I'm fascinated. Hardly passes up an opportunity to mention my name, and maybe I'll run in Nevada.
What's going on? What happened? Like, how? I mean, it's like the level of vitriol seems to be cranked up a little bit in this.
I don't quite understand it, but despite what Senator Reid says, I'm fighting every day for the people of Arizona and the things that I believe in. And if anybody says that I'm still dwelling on the last campaign, they don't know me. Best thing I've done is move forward and work hard, and Americans and my fellow citizens of the state of Arizona need me more than ever.
In terms of name calling, you got a name for him? It might be a good name for him. He says you're a name caller.
The majority leader, who may not be in that position next January. Maybe. We'll see. These are exciting and interesting times, and so I just go ahead and do my job.
Senator, thank you, sir.
Thank you.